What is going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 170 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name, of course, is Blaze, and I'll be with you for the entire episode today, as always. But today, there's a few things I want to go over. A couple of new information had just come up, and I want to kind of talk about it. Some of it's not so much new, but I still want to talk about it. And then also, I'll do a couple of matches of the Versus mode with my Gambler deck, which is it's kind of hit or miss, but it's still pretty fun to play. And then also, I'll be opening up at least one pack of cards. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the episode for that. But the first thing I want to talk about is on your screen. It is the Sun and Moon Guardians Rising. It's a kind of a new expansion coming out in May in America. And we're going to have a lot more information as time goes on because it's coming out in March in Japan. So we'll have a ton of new information once that comes out in Japan. As of right now, we've got a few cards that I can show you, but I'm going to start showing off these cards starting next week, and probably do like 1 or 2 cards a week, and we'll kind of see where that gets us. And then I think once May rolls around, we'll have the whole new expansion to come out. This expansion actually is based on the guardian deities of the Pokemon Sun and Moon game. So Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, all those are going to have GX versions of those in the game as well. There are also, let's see, 140 cards in this expansion, including 12 new Pokemon GX and several Pokemon native to the Alolan region. So we're going to get a ton of new cards. The 140, I'm not sure how much of those are actually brand new cards. Some of those might be like reprints of like Ultra Ball or Pikachu or something. Who knows? But there will be 140 cards in this expansion and 12 new GXs, which is great. And I'm actually pretty excited for this. I think this is going to be pretty cool. There's a few cards that I'll be showing off over the next couple of weeks, so definitely stay tuned for that. And that'll be out in May. It's showing up in March in Japan, so hopefully we'll get some more information once it actually comes out in March. But then once May rolls around, we'll be able to play all of those cards in the real game and in the trading card game online. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is Pokemon Go has updated with Gen 2 Pokemon. So if you've been playing Pokemon Go or been looking for a reason to get back into playing Pokemon Go, I know here in where I live, it was super warm all weekend. So I had a pretty good chance to go outside and play Pokemon Go, but I did not do that. That was my fault. I should have gone outside. There's the whole week is supposed to be pretty warm, so I'll probably work in some Pokemon Go time. But Generation 2 Pokemon are in the game now, so check out Pokemon Go if you've been looking for a reason to get back into it. And then the other thing is actually going to be this. The GameStop exclusive codes. I got a code from GameStop. I actually went to GameStop the other day, and I bought this, which, by the way, I'm currently at 93 subscribers, and I'm looking for my 100th subscriber. So once I hit 100, I'll be giving one of these away. So definitely check back, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll be giving one of these bad boys away once I hit 100. More details on the actual contest will be provided, and I'll be opening up this box later on in the week. So stay tuned for that as well. But then they also give you a code. I'm not sure what this code actually is. I think this code is going to get me the Beware card sleeve and the 2 Beware cards. So let's go ahead and put that code in here real quick. And my experience with codes I've gotten from retail locations has been not so hot. So hopefully this one actually works. I know back when Barnes & Noble was doing one, I actually got the code, but the code did not work when I put it in. So hopefully it's not the case here. Pangoro. Okay, so this is not... Okay, it's all of it. I was kind of concerned that it would not be all of it, but there we go. So I've got the Pangoro card, 100 HP, Benevolent Boss. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, it gets 20 extra HP for each of your benched Pokemon. Not too shabby. And then Crazy Knuckles is 80 damage. plus 40 more if this Pokemon is affected by a special condition. So if it's poisoned, it'll do 40 extra damage. That's 120 damage that it would actually do. Weak to Psychic, 3 retreat cost. I like this card. I love the way it looks. It's really cool looking. And it's probably not a terrible card to put into a deck. It's a stage 1, so that's definitely going to help. 100 HP is kind of low, but for a stage 1, it's not bad. So we also got the Stuffle card, 70 HP, tackle for 30 damage, and Beware with 130 HP. Bear Hug for 40 damage, prevents your opponent's active from retreating during the next turn. And Superpower is 80 damage. You may do 40 more damage. If you do, you deal 20 to this Pokemon. So, not too bad. And of course the card sleeve, which I'm actually excited for. I don't have a Beware deck, but I may make one. Who knows, in the future. But let's go ahead and get into the versus matches. Probably what you've all come here to see, or not. I don't know. It's all good. This deck is not the most... It's not the best deck that's out there, and it definitely needs some work. I didn't have a whole lot of time to... well, I probably had time. I have not made any adjustments to this deck since Friday. But I will do that immediately following this video to try and get something else going. I think the biggest drawback is I'm having trouble getting another Mega Slowbro. Once I get another Mega Slowbro, everything should be pretty smooth sailing. I got to get that Mega Slowbro first. But some of those Mega Slowbros on the trading board are like, they want some stuff for them. So this is probably going to be an energy denial deck, which is definitely not what I'm looking forward to. But hopefully I'll be able to cause some damage here. That would be nice. I will draw a card. Cool. Alright, so I have a couple of ideas on how to get some energy out to Articuno quickly. Although I think... I don't even know if I want to use Articuno in this match. It seems like a good Pokemon, and then once you start using it, it's like... sometimes it does 20 damage, sometimes it does 160 damage, and sometimes it does nothing. So that's part of the reason I don't like Articuno all that much. But you do get an extra prize card if you knock out a Pokemon using Articuno. So, here's what we're going to do. Since retreats are free, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Ah, it sucks. Oh well. We're also going to search for Remoraid, throw him down there. And I'll leave it at that for now. The biggest drawback right now is that I have to retreat Manaphy. Once I get an energy attached to him, I can, but right now, I can't really retreat him. And here comes the energy denial. Okay, good. That worked out. If he has a Magic Hammer, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Crushing Hammer makes you flip, but Magic Hammer will discard this special energy, which I'm not too thrilled about. So can't be affected by special conditions, and Dirty Shock will poison me and remove my tool cards. So that's a little concerning, I think. So he's not going to use an in, which is great, because I don't want him to use in. I'm predicting a couple more Crushing Hammers or Magic Hammers. Yeah, here we go. It's the worst. It's literally the worst. I hate these decks so much. I can't even put him to sleep, to stall. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get Slowbro out. Although I don't know if that's the best move. I'm actually pretty confident that's not the best move. He's not really a huge threat until he gets to Eradicate Break. That's when he starts becoming a threat. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. So I brought out Octillery there so I can maybe stall a little bit, just in case he does happen to get, he can retreat now, but if he does happen to get Eradicate Break, which he does, now he can do damage up to 10 away from my maximum. He'll deal damage to 110 damage, and then the poison will kill me. These decks are possibly the worst decks to go up against. There's definitely strategies to defeat them, and there are definitely ways to get around it, but it's difficult, to say the least. I think that's Eradicate's. Oh, well, you're going to do the 60 damage. Yep, remaining HP is 10. Doesn't that deal... Oh, okay, I was going to say, both active Pokemon are poisoned, however, he is... Yeah. Alright, so at this point, I have to be able to knock him out. If I don't knock him out, it's going to be a difficult situation. I can't put him to sleep. He's going to poison me, and he's going to... He's going to poison me with this, and he's going to use that attack to get me down to that. My only chance here is... My only chance is to go ahead and attack him. That's really all that I have. I'm only laying down this Articuno so I can draw 2 cards instead of 1. Probably a mistake, because if he wants to go ahead and knock out the Articuno, he probably could. This might... Oh, no, didn't come in handy this time either. Cool. So, here we go. I have to do 120 damage. Which means all 4 of them have to be, or all 3 flips have to be heads. They're not going to be. Well, the good news is I can do a little bit of damage. 10 damage would be all I need to do. However, I can't even do that, because none of my Pokemon are ready for that kind of commitment. So, honestly, these decks are very well constructed, and they're very good decks, but man, do they make me mad. They're making me so mad. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get some energy attached to the good old Regice. He might just go ahead and use a Lysander to switch out Regice and take care of him, and that's probably the best move if he has a Lysander. And now he's going to do Octillery twice, which is rather scary. There it is. It's over. Why did you do that? I guess that makes sense because it's going to get you 2 prize cards instead of 1. That was just... Like, your strategy is not going away. Like, you're not going to all of a sudden stop using your strategy. Like, I don't know. I guess it wasn't really a bad move necessarily. It's just not what I would have done. That's so annoying. It's so annoying. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get out the old Regice, who's going to be knocked out on the next turn, by the way. Because he's got this. If I had an in, I could maybe prevent him from attaching another energy, but that's probably not going to happen. He has a switch in his hand, so even if I make him switch, he's just going to use switch. So this is probably going to be the end of the match, just as a heads up, and that's fine. It was a well-played game. Although I probably could have... Oh, I could have killed his Erados. Wow. I should have done that. So I made a huge mistake right there. Let me just reiterate how big of a mistake that was. I could have used Regice. I could have used Lysander to switch out for Erados, and then I could have gone ahead and used... Resistance Blizzard to knock out Erados, and then he wouldn't be able to poison me anymore, effectively ending and there's the energy that he needs. So that was game over, and mostly due to my fault. So that's going to happen from time to time. I got a prize card off him, I guess, but I could have gotten 2. So yeah, I'm real bummed out about that because I feel like I could have played that so much better. And I think part of it is just knowing what, just taking your time and understanding what you could have done or what you should have done, or what your attacks do. I play that deck from time to time, and it's so frustrating. I just want to be done with it. So maybe in the back of my mind, I was just like, I just want to lose on purpose. Maybe that was a subconscious thing, but I probably could have gotten closer to victory if I just played that Lysander. And I was thinking about using it too. I was like, I should just play this Lysander and pull something else out. But it didn't occur to me that I could prevent him from poisoning me. And the best part is that the poison that he could have done was, even if he'd had another spinner rack in his deck, he couldn't evolve it on that turn. So it would have bought me 1 extra turn. And some of you may know that anything can happen in 1 turn. So remember that. Lesson learned. I will be more careful with my Lysanders in the future, as I should be. So this is the last week of this deck, by the way. I don't know if you have been watching for this deck, but this is going to be the last week of this deck. I'm going to make a new deck sometime this week and debut that deck on next Monday. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. And that'll put us into March. That's pretty exciting. March is a good month. definitely need Remoraid out here. May as well go ahead and grab a Fighting Fury Belt. Keep me in the game a little bit longer, maybe. The beauty about what I'm doing right now is if I paralyze him, he might just evolve, which would be unfortunate. But if I'm able to deal the Resistance Blizzard on the next turn, then Yveltal EX can't attack me. Now he's probably going to go ahead and use regular Yveltal. Well, he's going to remove the tool cards too, which kind of is not ideal, but I need to go ahead and do this. That's going to help him though. I don't want to help him. This is not ideal. Okay. I'm going to have to do it. I don't want to do this because he's got one card in his hand and he's very much relying on the next card. This will hopefully be an energy. Yes, we're good there. Now I can grab Manafi, which is not in my deck. Great. Wonderful. Grand. But I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Bought himself a couple minutes there. Couple turns, I suppose. I guess he reduces my attacks. Water Pokemon? Yeah, reduced by 20. That's fine. He just discarded 2 ends. Wow. That was lucky. Special charge. Special energies get cycled back into the deck from the discard pile. Trainer's Mail. Okay. So here we go with retreating. Bringing this guy out. So I like this hand, and I'll tell you, I love this hand right now. I'll tell you why. Because once I get Slowbro EX into Mega Slowbro EX, I'm going to have a pretty good time. Well, the downside is that there's Manafi. Great. Could have used you about 5 minutes ago. So all the tool cards are now no longer in effect, and he's going to do 60 damage to one of my benched EX Pokemon, which is kind of unfortunate. I can heal the damage, that's okay, I suppose. There's another one. Is it just one EX Pokemon? Yeah, but I don't want to play him, because if I play him, he's going to... Great. He's definitely going to get... Since tool cards are not in effect, I need to go ahead and heal. But he's definitely going to attack Manafi if I put Manafi out. I don't want that. So let's go ahead and draw an extra card. Sure, why not? Water Energy, okay. And we'll go ahead and deal 70 damage. Reduced to 50 because of this stadium card reducing my damage. wonder, will this get me another energy card? That would be good. Let's see. Nope. But I might be able to get another one. Maybe I can try it again. So here we have a situation where all 4 of my greedy dice are in the deck, which is unfortunate. Rotom decks will help me with that, but I need to be able to knock out a Pokemon anyway. And I haven't been able to do that yet. So we'll try this again. Yes, it worked. We'll go ahead and play him. And we're going to go ahead and retreat out for Slowbro and draw some extra cards. How about that? Sounds good. And that worked out rather well. I don't want to evolve, not yet, because I don't have the card that I need to keep him in play when I evolve. And really, well, yeah. Flash, splash, deal 80 damage, knocking him out. Prize card on the way. That will work. I'm cool with that. So that's going to deal, what, 90 damage is the most, well, 20 more damage times the number of energy attached to both active. So, ooh, wow. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh gosh, he's going to deal like 180 damage or some crazy number. Goodbye, Slowbro. It was fun. There it is. There it is, folks. Alright, well, I can go ahead and bring out this one again. He won't be able to attack me at all. So there's that. I don't really have a way to heal him, though, which is the downside. See what card this gets us. No, because I don't want to get anything out there that's going to make him use Lysander and just knock something out. He probably could just do that on Manaphy anyway, but at this point I'm going to go ahead and use Resistance Blizzard, dealing a reduced 50 damage, 60 damage, which is odd. Professor Kukwai. Draw 2 cards and deal an extra 20 damage. There's a KO for you. Maybe? Nope. Did not work out well. So I'm kind of in a, I would say, a desperation mode here, maybe a little bit. It's not full-on desperation, but I definitely need some energy cards to do anything. And I don't have any, so that's cool. Of course, I may have gotten 2 of those cards in there. Hard to say exactly, but this is going to be... He's going to knock out Manaphy. I don't have... There's no way around it. Another Kukwai. Draw 2 cards and deal 20 extra damage. Ooh, here it comes. Here it comes. Ouch. 170. Ouchie. Oh gosh. This is so unfortunate. Energy card, just one. I don't think I had that many left in the deck. I think I wouldn't say all of them, but I used a lot of them. Yeah. Energy retrieval come in handy though, that's nice. There we go there. So he's just going to jump in with his Zoroark and then switch out for something else. So I'm going to be in a bad situation here in just a second. A couple of Mega Turbos would come in handy. If for some reason he doesn't kill me, and I'm somehow able to get a couple of Mega Turbos, well, it's dead. Never mind. My plan's over. I can't do anything. That's cool, though. I mean, it is what it is. We'll go ahead and get into a pack of cards here. So those were the matches. A lot of the matches I do with this deck, I mean, sometimes it works out really, really well and it's very rewarding. Other times that happens and I can't really get anything going. And I'm trying to focus that strategy around the greedy dice. The problem is that if I do that, I have to be able to knock things out, and I'm having trouble balancing how to get a quick KO. And I think that the biggest problem there is that maybe it's the type of deck that I have here, and maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I should try to use different cards, different type of Pokemon would probably help. I mean, water may not be the best type pairing with greedy dice. Maybe there's some cards like Eruption, Typhlosion Eruption would be better. Who knows? But anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'd love to see you there. And I will open up these two cards, run through these cards real quick, and I'm going to sign off for the day. So, got a couple of new cards here. I think these are for the expanded, though, so I don't think I can even use these cards in standard, but interesting stuff. Golem with 150 HP. Stone Edge does 60 damage, plus 30 more if you flip heads. And Explosion does 150 damage, but also does 100 damage to itself. It doesn't kill itself, just does 100 damage to itself. Florges, 110 HP, Brilliant Search. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Petal Blizzard does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Lysander, we all know what that does. Switch your opponent's benched active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. Fiery Torch is an interesting card. Discard a Fire Energy card from your hand, and then draw 2 cards. But, well, no, I think that's right. There's that Stadium card that lets you do this whenever you want. So this is just wasting space in your hand or in your deck if you. I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. Protection Cube, prevent all damage under this Pokemon this card is attached to by attacks it uses. That's the card I was thinking of on several different occasions. It is an expanded card, but if you attach this card to one of your Pokemon, any damage that you deal to yourself is fully prevented, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Buizel, 60 HP, Water Gun for 10 damage, and Quick Attack for 10 damage, plus 20 more if you flip heads. Spheal is 70 HP, Ice Ball for 20. Helioptile, Helioptile, I don't know how to say that word. 60 HP, Pound for 10 damage, and Destructive Beam. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. We've got Scraggy with 60 HP, Tail Wrap for 20 damage, times the number of heads. Flip 2 coins. And Sentret with 50 HP, Scratch for 10, and Tail Smack for 20. Once again, folks, I do thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another episode, and I will catch you on the flippity flip.